Am I the meanest?
Pawn's drunk.
Am I the prettiest?
Pawn's drunk.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this town?
Pawn's drunk.
Well, who am I?
Pawn's drunk.
Who am I?
Pawn's drunk.
I can't hear you.
Pawn's drunk. AKA Mr. Moonshine himself.
Of Harlem.
You already know this is Pawn Drunk Boxing, aka Mr. Moonshine himself, aka El Adobo, aka El Sazón, aka El Maldito Borracho. Dímelo, mi gente, que lo que? New look. Let me know how's looking. Let me know how it's working. Espera, vamos a poner algo aquí, mi hermano y mi hermanas. See how I look. Let's see how I look. How your boy look, Mr. Moonshine. Ladies and gentlemen, we had a great weekend of boxing. Great pay-per-view weekend of boxing. Shout out to Bam. Shout out to Bam. Shout out to Bam. Upset win. We can't say he's really upset, but whatever, man. Good win. Of course, leading up to this pay-per-view event, a lot of people was like, yo, I ain't gonna pay for no pay-per-view. I ain't gonna watch that shit. What I told y'all folks, man, I told y'all when the fight was gonna come through, everybody gonna listen, everybody gonna hear, everybody gonna take, everybody gonna have their live commentary up. I told y'all folks, man. I told y'all what's good. HLD in the building. What's good, man? What's good? Everybody in the building. What's good, man? Smash the like button. No notification was sent. Of course, I did. I posted so many videos, so when I post this live, ain't gonna be no notification. But whoever's gonna be rocking. Whoever's gonna be tuning in, tune in, and whoever's gonna catch the playback. Eric in the building. What's good? Sammy Cruz in the building. Harlem in the building. What's good, man? What's good? It's the Moonshine. Let me see how this thing looking right quick, man. Because then if it doesn't work good, man, I just switch over to where it needs to be. I switch over to the laptop. Let me know if y'all hear me clear. You said you look good, Punch. You look professional, real professional. Pretty soon, you're going to be in Sports Center. You already know. Yeah, man. Stephen A. Smith going to get the boot. Stephen A. Smith going to get the boot. Let me see how I look. Let me see. Let me see how I look. Is I? Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be talking about Keith on Tom Thurman, his victory over Mario Barrios. Also, we're going to be talking about who else? We're going to be talking about this thing with George Kambosos, Devin Haney, Lomachenko in the lightweight division. We're also going to be talking about Steven in the building. What's good, man? What's good? Let me shout out the members. What's good, brother? What's good? Smash the like button, man. And shout out to all the boxing content creators doing their thing, man. Whether we agree or disagree, whatever, man. Just keep on doing your thing. Let's keep preserving the sport of boxing, preserve our modern-day warriors, modern-day gladiators that put their life on the line for pure entertainment. Shit is toxic in this community, but it is what it is. We're going to differentiate the real ones and the ones that just, push them narratives that doing nothing to preserve the sport of boxing, but it is what it is, man. Keep on doing what y'all doing. Haney in the building. What's good, man? Yo, also, what else? We're going to be talking about Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor had their London press conference, y'all. And Amanda Serrano said what many people question, right? And then when she said it, there's people out there that tell you, yo, Punch, but nah, maybe it's better if it's 12 rounds in 2 minutes. How about that? Man, Amanda Serrano, the 7th division world champion, the pound-for-pound knockout queen of the sport of boxing, said, how about we do it like the men do it? We want equality, right? How about we do it like that, like they do it, so we could show the men that we could do it just as good. She said, let's do 12 rounds, 3-minute rounds. And Katie Taylor was, she was kind of flipping on her words. I don't know, this everything. And I think we're good. I think this is already history already. And this is history. And Amanda Serrano just looking at her like, really? You don't want this work for 3 minutes and 12 rounds? Maybe because Katie Taylor got an amateur, more point system style, and we see, and I told y'all folks, Katie Taylor, her defense, her stamina been dwindling down. So Amanda Serrano was like, yo, let's do this. But this tells y'all that the contracts in boxing is not fully signed. You know, really the contract in boxing they sign like in the week of the fight. In the week of the fight, that's when the contract is officially signed. The weigh-in in the building. What's good? The weigh-in. Everybody subscribe to my boy, the weigh-in, man. Salute to Canada. What's good, bro? What's good, Francis? What's good, my brother? Kwame Brown. What's good, Punch? Egg. What's good, bro? 3-minute thing really trigger ring. It did. I don't know why would it trigger. I mean, this is one of the main questions they always ask the women. Yo, don't you think it would be better if y'all fight 3-minute rounds? Wouldn't you think it'd be better? You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it would trigger anybody. Why? Because Amanda Serrano said it. How much you want to bet if Katie Taylor would have said it? If Katie Taylor would have said it and Amanda Serrano declined, oh shit, you already know it would have been the other way around. Because you know, if Katie Taylor would have said that, if Katie Taylor would have said, let's do the 12-minute, 3-minute rounds, ooh, but Amanda Serrano says it, it's like, come on, man. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. Let's go. Let's go. Go here. Ain't gonna be. Keith ain't got the stamina. That's why she declined. Katie don't got the stamina. That's why she declined. I believe that, bro. I've been telling the people, man, yeah, her offensive game is good. She's one of the prestige fighters, and I'm just woman boxing. This is why this fight is going to be very good and very historic, because these ladies are the goods. These ladies are in the top of the food chain, ladies and gentlemen. This is historic. Amanda Serrano, Katie Taylor, undisputed lightweight, 7th division world champion Amanda Serrano, both in their prime. 35 years old, Katie Taylor. Again, her defensive is slipping a little bit, and I just don't see no slippage coming from Serrano. I just see that she's getting stronger. And then when she says, she's looking at her like, yo, let's do 12 minutes and 3 rounds. Let's do it just like them. And you backed up, Katie? I don't know, man. We see the killer instinct in Amanda Serrano. And I'm not looking 100%. I'm not seeing Katie 100% confidence. Maybe it's not her element to be talking or looking at her opponents and things of that nature. But Amanda Serrano looks like she want it bad. Maybe it's personal for Amanda Serrano. She like, man, you beat my sister. Yeah, I'm trying to say, nah, it don't matter. You know, you beat, but I'm gonna get that win back for the family, son. Let's go. Check Twitter message, my brother. What's good? I got you in a minute, my brother. I got you in a minute. If Kambosos, like, damn, this what Teofimo Lopez went through? Not really. And I'm going to break it down to you. So George Kambosos, let's not forget, after the win, George Kambosos beat Teofimo Lopez out there in Madison Square Garden, Hulu Theater, right? The upset, one of the upset of the year. George Kambosos said, I'm going out there to scout. You know, everybody was fighting. Javante Tank Davis, I'm going to scout. He's going to scout Devin Haney. He's going to scout Lomachenko. He didn't get the Lomachenko fight, but he says he's going to be scouting, right? He's looking at Lomachenko from home. Let's not forget what George Kambosos said. He said that he's willing to go out there and also went to the zone and also went to Devin Haney's fight and say, yeah, we could do this. Now, he was flipping around whether he's undisputed, whether he's not. See? Teofimo Lopez never flipped around. He said, I'm undisputed. George Kambosos, he was flipping who's the real undisputed, the politics, WBC, whatever. He was flipping around. And then a couple of days later, then he put he's undisputed in the social media platform. But whatever. Let's go by what George Kambosos did. Let's not even compare what George Kambosos and Teofimo Lopez did when they won their big win, right? Okay. George Kambosos, in which I called George Kambosos in the summer, I said, people need to stop worrying about the 4 kings. Maybe George Kambosos will be the emperor. The name emperor came from Punch Drunk Boxing. Let's go back into the archives. If y'all seen me talk about George Kambosos since last year when I did the interview and things of that nature, and then I said, all right, these are the 4 kings. Maybe George Kambosos, I said he is the most dangerous. The most dangerous man is the man that got nothing to lose. And I said that George Kambosos could be an emperor. That's what I said, right? Now, if you've been following the channel, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, get my updated videos. Now, George Kambosos said, I am going out there to scout. But now he's waiting. Lomachenko stated, we send you a contract. We haven't received an answer. Devin Haney said, we accept all the terms, meaning maybe Kambosos send a contract, or I don't know, right? Somebody sent somebody to somebody. So we trying to figure out who's telling the truth, who's lying, right? You know, we are, what's the word? I remember when Devin Haney, DHP was going after the Gary Russell Jr. fight, and they put everything out there, right? We give him 1.5 million. We look at the term, look at it. He put it out there, and this is why we're spoiled by DHP. That's why when I hear that they send a contract or whoever sent a contract, now we so spoiled that we want to see the proof from DHP just because they started the thing. And I thought they were starting a new thing. Like, yo, DHP it's been very transparent in YouTube, with independent media, with us YouTube content creator, with the host. They've been very transparent. Let's keep it real. Bill Haney has been very transparent. Whether you like him or whether you're not, you got to respect what he's done for his son and put his son in his position to have his own company and things of that nature. He's been very transparent. Now, some people gonna believe it, some people don't. Because there's always a two-side of a story, you know what I'm saying? It's always what George Kambosos is gonna say, what Teal's gonna say, what Ryan gonna say, what Tank is gonna say, what Loma gonna say, what Devin gonna say, right? Smash like button X said the zone don't want. He said the zone don't wanna put up money for a Devin fight. That's like pouring money down the toilet. Transparent bullshit. Talking about Devin fans harassing Kambosos. Remember, they did it to Tio. But I'm going to say like this, talk. I'm going to say like this. See, Tio Fimo, and again, I don't want to compare the situation with George Kambosos. These are their own men, but people always going to bring up that situation, right? George Kambosos said, I'm the emperor. I'm going out there to scout. See, Teofimo Lopez ain't saying I want there to scout. He said, I already did everything in the lightweight division. I want Josh Taylor. That's what George Kambosos is saying. George Kambosos said, I want Devin Haney. I want Lomachenko. I got a stadium in Australia. That's what George Kambosos is saying. But George Kambosos, you are the emperor. What are you waiting for? What are you procrastinating for? I want you to make the decision. You're the emperor. I'm not going to somebody's kingdom and I'm going to wait for the peasant to make a move. I'm waiting for the king. I'm waiting for the emperor. What are you going to do, George Kambosos? Or are you going to pick Loma? Or are you going to pick Devin and tell us now? Huh? Oh, we don't, I want to see who's going to bring. And I got a stadium. Yeah, you got a stadium. Then you set the term, mother. You set the term, George Kambosos. You the emperor. You said you scout. And that's like having a tryout with your kids. Your kid's going to go to a basketball team. He's going to try out. And then the coach don't give you an answer. Why you scouting for if you don't know who you going to pick? Why you scouting for if you waiting on them? They want you. Lomachenko, Devin Haney, pick, motherfucker, pick. Let's go. See, it's easy. I understand with this YTBC thing. I understand. If you picking the Devin Haney side, then you gotta hate George Kambosos. You pick George Kambosos, you gotta hate Devin Haney. Lomachenko gotta hate Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney. Ryan Garcia, you gotta hate Tank. Tank, you gotta hate Ryan. I understand. Hey, there's a lot of the boxing content creators that can push whatever narratives, whatever angles they want to do. But let's keep it real. This is unbiasedly, logically, and objectively, Mr. Moonshine, baby. George Kambosos, you say you the emperor. George Kambosos, you say you the king. George Kambosos, you say you rule. Now you make a decision, because I'm not going to no damn royal palace and ask for the peasants for some answers. How about you make the decision, George Kambosos? Who you gonna pick, Loma or Devin Haney? And pick. You got the stadium, you got the money, you got the balls. How about you pick? Mayweather picks, Canelo picks, Manny Pacquiao picks. Huh? I want to see George Kambosos. Who you picking? Emperor. Let's go. Yeah. Let's cut this. Well, we want to see with Devin Haney. No. You don't wait for Devin Haney. You tell Devin Haney, I want that belt. I want you right now. Or you want Lomachenko? Hey, yo, WBO, speed up this mandatory. Matter of fact, you could do this in boxing. You might mandate me. Let me take over this mandatory right quick, because I don't got no other mandatories looking on. Let me take over this mandatory right quick before they even order me. So then I could have this fight early, probably in April. And then maybe I could have maybe 2 fights in 2022 or another fight. Or maybe you don't want to say this. You don't want to say that, man, I made it here. It took me a long time. And bravo, George Kambosos has traveled all over the place, fighting people all in their backyard to gain what he got. Respect that. You want to fight George Kambosos want to fight in Australia? Respect that. Everybody that want to fight George Kambosos should go to Australia. Respect that. But let's not forget also this, that yes, Australia is a good place to fight, huh? And the people should fight George Kambosos, the champion, in his backyard. But let's not forget this: when you're doing business, buddy, right now it's not even open. They're going to open Australia in a month. So how am I going to make a deal? Now, we got to be fair here. We got to be fair. We got to be fair. Listen up. How are you going to make $1 million deals, a lot of money at stake, if you don't even know when Australia is going to open and close back up? How many times Australia been closing, opening up, closing, opening up since the pandemic? How many times? So how can Top Rank be sure that it's a gold deal? Let's not forget that Tim Zhu is going to be fighting in USA. So how you going to make this? It's not security. That's the problem with fighting in Australia right now. That's what it is. That's the truth. It's the security. They're looking for security. There's a lot of money at stake right here. So you telling me that the fight is going to announce going to be in Australia, and then you got the stadium. Yeah, you got the stadium. Which stadium is going to be good? Oh, yeah, George Kambosos said on Twitter that, but it's going to be open next year. Next year? How you know it's going to be open next year? How you know that something else might not happen? Now, I understand George Kambosos don't want to come to the USA. I understand that. This is what I really think is going to happen. George Kambosos is in the gym like he's supposed to be in the gym, getting back in shape. They got here. It took them a long time to get where they at right now, to climb the ladder. I didn't see George Kambosos skipping in the rankings. You know what I'm saying? With Devin Haney and I think when Devin Haney was ranked number 17, I think George Kambosos was ranked number 21 and 19. And then Devin Haney skipped. Bro, and Teofimo Lopez, you saw that he went all the way over there. You saw Ryan Garcia, and then you still saw George Kambosos just chipping away. It looked like there was no money put him in George Kambosos to petition to skip him through the rankings. So I know he worked hard to be in the position that he had right now. We know that. We do know that. But once you get, it's like this. We critique the fighters when they be like their bosses. We critique the PBC fighters. Oh, you a boss, Earl Spence. Oh, you a boss. You got to make the decision. I thought you was a boss. And they blame Charlos because they say they bosses, right? They blame the Charlos. They blame Earl Spence. They blame everybody else that say they're a boss. And then they get critique if they don't act like bosses. Well, George Kambosos is not just the boss. George Kambosos is not just the king. George Kambosos is the mother effing emperor, and he's waiting on peasants to make decisions for him. No, Mr. Royal Highness. I want you to make the decision. And if you can't make the decision, then let's strip that emperor name out of your nickname or whatever you want to call yourself, because you got to make the decision. You the guy. You are the guy. I'm not expecting Devin Haney to make the decision. I'm not expecting Lomachenko to make the decision. They're in position to fight you. You're in position to fight them. Make the decision and pick, because it was one man going out there saying, I'm going to scout these guys, so make a mother effing decision, just like if you was trying out for a team and you a coach and you having a tryout and you got to pick a 12-man roster. Or you're going to be like, there's a tryout and don't answer nobody until like 4 months later. The hell is going on? Oh, come on, let's keep it real. Let's keep it honest. Let's keep it unbiasedly, logically, and objectively. And now it's going to be some people will be like, oh, Mr. Busha, you wasn't this passionate. You wasn't like this. But I'm only like this because George Kambosos went to see Devin Haney. Whoever entertains me the most. He was acting like Eddie Murphy. He was acting like Eddie Murphy in the Michael Jackson Remember the Time video. Presenting. You remember the Time video? George Kambosos thought he was Eddie Murphy. I'm going out there and he's going to have 3 people to perform, and then he's going to pick who's going to perform, right? Remember? You remember? George Kambosos thought he was Eddie Murphy in the Remember the Time video with Michael Jackson. He went that as scout. And now, you know what I'm saying? Well, nobody was Michael Jackson. Ain't nobody Michael Jackson. Doom, 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 boom, doom, 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 doom. This ain't even karaoke night, but shit, I feel like singing. Do you remember how it all began? Do you remember the time? George Kambosos, do you remember the time when you went there and scout the fighter that you said, whoever entertains me the most, because I want an entertaining fight. Well, Lomachenko was entertaining. Devin Haney was entertaining versus Jojo Diaz as well. Huh? I mean, Tank is out of the question. He's going to be fighting Rolly. Lomachenko said he signed. Let's go by what Lomachenko said. Let's go. What Lomachenko said. Hold on. Let's go. What Lomachenko said. Hold on. Hey, champion, we have made the best offer for you. We are waiting for your decision. Let's see what George Kambosos has to say to Lomachenko. George, where you at? George Kambosos. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. He said, hasn't said anything, man. About let me see. He's only entertaining. Okay, this was 3 days ago. When I said now we can talk, I meant it. I didn't expect Haney for you to manipulate and play games. Eddie Hearn, what's wrong with your boy? Yes or no? Got no faith in him. The zone got no faith in him. Hey, Vasily Lomachenko, tell Bob Arum to make a serious offer to Lou DiBella. I'm waiting. Lomachenko the next day said we send the best offer. We ain't hear nothing about George Kambosos. Let's say George Kambosos. Then he posted jump roping. George Kambosos, but the boy said, I'll go to Jupiter. Newsflash, mate. Australia stadiums are open and in full capacity. Full international travel starts next month. So bring all your mates. I have not seen one offer with a dollar amount, but you sent a contract? Question mark. The zone got no money for you. Now, who's telling the truth? Who have sent a contract to George Kambosos? Now he's talking about Devin Haney, but he never said anything about the offer that Lomachenko has sent. George Kambosos, what win means more to you? The win versus Devin Haney or the win versus Lomachenko? Now I'm gonna tell you my stance, folks. My stand is this: the primary fight I want to see in the lightweight division is Devin Haney versus George Kambosos Jr. That's my primary fight. He's undefeated. Lomachenko, he lost to Thurman Lopez. Has he worked his way back up into contentions? Yes, he's in the WBO number 1. He's in the WBC number 1. Also, I was thinking this: how about Lomachenko and Devin Haney rewrite the wrong and fight each other? But what Devin Haney wants the Lomachenko fight now that he got nothing to offer him, but a Lomachenko name. Is George Kambosos going to pick an easy opponent so he could capitalize on making money? And I think that's what's going to happen. Unfortunately, all this shit going around, all this back and forth and Twitter wars and people trying to expose each other on Twitter, this is what I think is going to happen. Unfortunately, George Kambosos is going to pick somebody to fight in the top 15. Go make some money. Lou DiBella is back in position. Remember, Lou DiBella team and George Kambosos, they don't got no networks right now. They're not with the Zone. They're not with ESPN. They're not with nobody right now. To my knowledge, you never know what's working on the back end. Packers Gamer, what's good, bro? Hold on. What's good? HLD said Kambosos didn't respond to Loma because he's spitting facts. You trying to say, HLD, you saying that Lomachenko is spitting facts? Because that's what it looked like to me. He ain't saying about Lomachenko's offer. Maybe he's waiting on Devin Haney's offer. But why are you waiting for? How about you give Devin Haney the offer? I don't understand. This is what I don't understand why, if you're the king, emperor, the top dog, you don't present the offer. Yo, my man, I want to fight you for $2 million. No? All right, Lomachenko, $2 million. Got it? Are you going to fight? Let's go. What is so hard? What is so hard? Now, ladies and gentlemen, maybe I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. This is why I say this. They're not stupid. This is the business. Sometimes you got to wear your business hat. Sometimes you got to wear your manager hat, even though that people get criticized you're the fan. Sometimes this is business. This is prize fighting. So we got to understand the business of boxing. Also, we got to understand in boxing, the fans do not dictate what the promoter's going to do next. We don't dictate shit in the sport of boxing. You ain't never got the fight that you asked for. Never. And you ain't never going to get it. 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 You ain't never going to get the fight that you asked for. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't get frustrated. You ain't never going to get it when you want it. You ain't never going to get Earl the True Spence versus Bud Crawford. You ain't going to get it when you want it. You're not going to get Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua when you want it. You're not going to get Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk when you want it. You're not going to get no fights in the sport of boxing when you want it. Sit back, pay the app, pay the pay-per-view. It is what it is. This is boxing. So we hold these fighters' words. We hold them accountable for their words. But even their words in the surface don't mean shit. Trust me. The words in the surface don't mean nothing. I told y'all folks, I'm telling y'all time and time again, what's in the surface is not what's going on behind the scene in the sport of boxing. What's in the surface is not what's going on behind the scene in the sport of boxing. So people want to argue, if people want to create content, if people want to have dialogues, if people want to have a debate on what's in the surface, you may be, it's good for entertaining, folks. It's good for entertainment, but you're wasting your time. I'm telling you the truth. It's good for entertainment, but you're wasting your time. But if it's entertaining, it's not a waste of time, so whatever. Tell them, Punch, this fight won't happen till 2025. I'm just thinking they're going to capitalize. They're going to capitalize. They're going to capitalize and getting more money in the bank for George Kambosos. And why not? Now let's think business-wise. Let's not think we're all feeling like fans, like we want to see the fight right now. Let's think he's going to get an easy fight. He's not being mandated. Before he gets mandated, in which the time that he gets mandated, it's going to be probably in June or July. Because remember, they moved Lomachenko to number 1 in the WBO. Remember, George Kambosos was number 1. They flip it around. Just like they did with Sean Porter and Virgil Ortiz. Virgil Ortiz was supposed to be the mandatory to Bud Crawford, but politics happened. And nobody was paying attention because everybody's still paying attention about belts. But the sanctioning bodies, the rankings, it's all effed up. It's all bought off. It's all petition. Move me up, move me up, move me up. That's the way it is. When George Kambosos was number 1 in the WBO, remember, he got order in the IBF, but he was also number 1 in the WBO. In June or in July, I believe so, that's when they flip it around. The Lomachenko became number 1, I believe. I really, truly believe it was July. I checked it was August, but they made the decision around July. So if they're going to order the fight, will be probably in April, probably in May. Probably in May or June, they're going to order the fight. Then they're going to give, 30 days or 90 days or 60 days to negotiate a deal, right? I think it's 30 days, in my opinion. And if you want to have an extension, then you'll file for another 30 days, something like that. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. Haney and his dad are all cap. Well, let's be fair. Let's be fair. Or I don't know who's telling the truth. I don't know who's lying. But let's figure out what makes more sense. And I'm going to give the accountability. Just like we get look. Remember when Devin Haney said when it was pertaining to him and Teofimo Lopez, he's the boss. He gets more money. He got control. I didn't critique Devin Haney as the fighter. I critiqued Devin Haney as the boss. If you're the boss, why you didn't send an offer? Because Teofimo Lopez needed to answer to somebody, Bob Arum. Now we got to keep the same energy. George Kambosos, you also said that you were boss. You said that you the emperor. The emperor, the boss, emperor, the king. I want to see what you going to do. I want to see you send an offer. I want to see your offer. What you saying? That we just got a stadium that's saying you want everybody to pay for it? You want me to go to your house and pay for your mortgage? Huh? So I can have it? No. Should I pay for my residency? You the boss, you the emperor. I'm coming to your palace. You take everything. You got a promoter. How about you? I'll bring the network. You buy the stadium. How about that? Let's work on it. Or you come to Vegas and we'll handle everything. You coming in, the zone, Eddie. I want to see your moves. I think Haney wants to fight. Right of the storm. What's good, Ryder? I think Haney wants to fight, but I don't think he I don't my fault. I got the Mayweather effect right now. I think Haney wants to fight, but I don't think they want the fight to happen in Australia. I think that's what's holding the fight from happening. Now I gotta let's be fair, right of the storm. George Kambosos even stated right now. Look what George Kambosos said. Shit, where it go? George Kambosos. But the boy said, I go to Jupiter. Newsflash, mate. Australia stadiums are open and in full capacity. Full international travel starts next month. Now, I'm going to tell you something about Australia. It's been up and down since last year. So there's no security in Australia. And George Kambosos, you know and I know, there's no security in Australia. So why are they going to make, now let's be fair to the Devin Haney camp. Why are you going to make all these decisions and there's a lot of money at stake if shit ain't even sure in Australia? You saying they're going to open a full capacity in a month right now? Anything could happen in a month, man. Let's not forget this. All right. I'll take you back to memory lanes. You remember that George Kambosos, remember the colluding, George Kambosos, Teofimo Lopez, before he got mandated by the IBF. Peter Khan, David McWaters was trying to work out a deal to have George Kambosos and Teofimo Lopez in a packed stadium in Australia. What happened? They closed Australia. That was the first thing that effed up that deal. Remember going to Australia, packed stadium, $10 million. Now, when he got the 10, now a lot of people was like, yo, remember everybody was making fun of the $10 million? Let's not forget who made that deal happen. It was Peter Khan, the manager of George Kambosos. Who was the officer, the chief officer, the chief boxing officer in Triller? Peter Khan. So let's get this straight. That deal and that purse bid was already coming through fruition because already the TO and the Kambosos team already made a deal before the purse bid. They knew that they was going to make that purse bid. They knew they were going to win the purse bid. They knew it was going to be on Triller, and the mastermind of that was Peter Khan. You remember it was this channel that Teofimo Lopez Sr. and Bill Haney were talking about the $10 million. We're going to go to Australia because what? And then they bid on on the $6 million. Remember, it was supposed to be in Australia. But what happened in Australia? It closed down. That it was looking for some place. Where it's going to be? Is it going to be in New York? Is it going to be in Cali? Is it going to be in Texas? Is it going to be in Vegas? Miami? What happened? Another postponement. Right? Remember later in the year, they was like, we want to do it in Australia. Australia closed. They had to come over here to New York City. So how now? John, what's good? Real boxing fans love Haney. Casuals think he's boring. There are more casuals than super fans. I think so, man. Good looking out, my brother. Good looking out, man. Appreciate that. I do think so. I think that there's more casuals, and I think the hardcore boxing fans is becoming the casuals. You know, I think it's easier. I think the hardcore boxing fans, and let's be real, the independent media, the media is getting lazy and breaking things down because they rather break down what's on the surface. Let's be real. Let's talk like we really know. There is no security, whether people like it or not. Whether yes, I believe that George Kambosos should have his just due, and he should defend his title in his backyard. I do believe that. I am with him in that. But let's also be clear that there is no security in Australia. Again, it's going to open up in a month. It's been opening up, closing up, opening up, closing up, not full capacity, 30% capacity. It's been all over the place. This is why the Jason Maloney's, the Andrew Maloney is fighting here. This is why Tim Zhu is going to fight here next. So I do think they're using this stadium, this Australia stuff right now, knowing that it's closed right now. Why are you going to make a deal where something is closed? How are you going to make a deal? So they're using the stadium stuff to say, so the fans could be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? He should. Good looking out, brother. Good looking out. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he should fight over there. I mean, it's just due. But facts is, there is no security in Australia. There's no security in Australia. It is what it is. And I get it. I get it. You want to fight in Australia? I'm with it. I could support that. I could support a guy. I could support it. But you're a world champion. You remember that too? You remember that saying? You're a world champion. And when you carrying that belt, the WBC world, when you carrying the WBO world title, when you got the IBF world, then you don't have a home. You are a world champion that represents the world. It does not say the WBA Australian champion. It does not say the United States WBC champion. It says world champion wherever it takes, wherever the fight could happen. If it can happen in Africa, if it can happen in Antarctica, if it can happen in the North Pole, it can happen in Jupiter, it can happen in heaven, or it can happen in hell. I don't give a damn if you're going to fight in Australia or in New York City and Las Vegas. You are a world champion, so quit with the narrative of, oh, I got a stadium here in Australia. There's a stadium all over the world. You're a world champion, Kambosos. Act like it. You're an emperor. Act like it. And any world champion, they got a strap that says world. I don't give a damn if you from Texas. I don't give a damn. You fight wherever is available to fight. One of the biggest fights in the sport of boxing was out there in Africa with George Foreman and Muhammad Ali. Ryan, Andy Ruiz and Anthony Joshua was out there in Saudi. I don't give a damn about that. You want to fight over there? I respect it. I get it. But if it can't happen over there, then what? The fight is not gonna happen? That's the thing that's holding shit up. Get the hell out of here, man. You're a world champion. You're a world champion. Not the Australian champion, not the Greece champion. You are a world champion. And right now, your home is locked up. No, nobody with the type of money that this fight needs to come to fruition. You need to do business. It's going to do business now with you, George Kambosos. So stop with the, I got a stadium here. I got this. Your stadium right now is closed. It's locked up. And guess what, mister? You don't have the keys to open it up. So if Las Vegas is open, the United States is open, we got stadiums out here of our own. You can pack a stadium. How about Raider Stadium? How about the Texas Stadium? Huh? How about that? Neutral ground. Stop holding up the fight because of a stadium that is locked up. Your stadium is locked up right now. Your stadium is locked up right now. That's like me buying a damn home, but you can't go to your house right now. It's locked up. Or you trying to get an apartment and the landlord ain't going to give you the keys right now. But sign up right here and pay, and let's do this transaction right now. But I got to move tomorrow, bro. I got to move. No. It's all locked up. They say that the building is going to open up, but just sign the lease right now. No, let's be fair, y'all. Let's be fair. I understand the motion, the feeling of the YTBC and the YouTube boxing. I understand. You hate Devin Haney, and then so you support Kambosos. You like Kambosos, you hate Devin Haney. You like Lomachenko, you hate Devin Haney. You like Devin Haney, you hate Lomachenko. You hate T.O., you like Devin Haney. You hate Devin Haney, you like T.O. Quit it with the bullshit already, folks. We're hardcore boxing fans here. Let's speak. Let's speak the truth, man. Because we ain't getting a fucking dime off of these fucking fighters. We're not getting a dime off the promoters. We're not getting a dime off the matchmakers. We ain't getting a dime off of nobody. We're getting dime and we get supported by our people that watch us, but we want to give them the truth, not the damn narrative. So let's be fair. Does George Kambosos, yes, have the right to want to fight in Australia, to want somebody to come to my home because I went to their home and I got the strap? But let's not forget it, George Kambosos. You know where Lomachenko just fought to get his titles? Out here. He fought out here. He fought Nakatani here. Where's Nakatani? Japan. Where's Lomachenko? In Ukraine. He fought here. Where's Richard? Call me, my friend. Richard, call me. Hey, Richard, call me. Where he's from? He's from Ghana. He fought here in America. If the stadium is holding, you can't have a closed out stadium and that shit is holding it up. No. You the emperor. Make a decision. Make a decision. You the emperor. Make a decision, Kambosos. You out there swinging your big chest. I'm scouting right here. Maybe I pick. No. I'm going tomorrow in this other fight. I do have that. You to make no decisions. You haven't made no decisions. And please, nobody come out and be like, oh, yo, Punch, you look at the energy you have, George Kambosos, because you know what? Anyway, I was the only one that was giving George Kambosos a motherfucking chance anyway. In the YTBC, I was the only one that was giving George Kambosos a chance anyway. So I can have this energy. If we're going to have energy towards fighters that say they bosses and then they don't act like a boss, remember, you got to don't say you a boss, then act like a boss. They're going out there, right? Now you acting like the emperor, right? Everybody's belittled, everybody's smaller. Is you. So make the decision. George Kambosos, what are you waiting for? I know what it is. I know. Go and get some money. Fight a top 15 ranked fighter and just keep it real. Just keep it real. This is prize fighting. I want to have a homecoming fight in my country. And if it's not open to full capacity, I still want to have a homecoming fight. That's what it is. It happens in boxing. Right? Tyson Fury got his in-between fights to fight Deontay Wilder again before the second fight. It happens. Canelo Alvarez fought Eardrum before fighting Billy Joe Saunders. It happens. It happens. Manny Pacquiao fought Adrian Broner before going up against the champion Keith Thurman. It happens. I understand boxing. I understand it. Rapstar Boxing Knowledge in the building. What's good, man? Everybody subscribe to Rapstar Boxing Knowledge. Fact Punch. Tell us the truth, man. Just say you're fighting at home. Yes. Just say that you're fighting at home with a top 10, 15, and stop using the Lomachenko and the Devin Haney, the anticipation of that fight to keep you relevant. Because let me be real now. I've been real, but let me get realer. And this part right here, fans ain't gonna like it. But let me be realer. This one is gonna be a lot of people that's gonna disagree. But like I said, the surface is not what goes on behind the scenes. This is the era that belts don't mean what it used to mean. Am I right or wrong, folks? Is this an era? Let me know if I'm wrong before I keep on going. Is this an era that the belts don't mean as much as it used to mean? As it used to be. Right or wrong? Right or wrong? I could be wrong. Let me see what the people say. Facts. James Wright. I have a feeling Kambosos going to fight a tune-up. Yeah. Facts. I just typed it. Yeah. Name matter more. Talk. Facts. 50% wrong. Okay. The zone doesn't want to invest on Haney fight. That's because George Kambosos said that, right? The zone doesn't want to invest on Haney fight. I beg to differ. Jason say you're right. Now look, this is what I'm gonna say. And I said it the other day, and I put a post up. Let me read the post that I posted several days ago. Name and accomplishment matters. Yes. Hold on. This is the post that I posted up. I did this poll. For a reason. And I was supposed to talk about this sooner. I put a post 7 days ago. 1.8K, 1.8K voted. I said, what fight would most interest you? Be honest. I said Loma versus Tank, Loma versus Kambosos, Haney versus Ryan, Haney versus Kambosos, and Ryan versus Tank. 45% of the people chose, that was the winner, right? 45% of the people chose Loma versus Tank. No title fight. Basically, no real title fight, not the regular WBA. We don't cut the JV belt. 21% says Ryan versus Tank. That's number 2. The third one was Haney versus Kambosos. The fourth one was Loma versus Kambosos. And the last one was Haney versus Ryan. What's outstanding about this poll is the first 2 are non-title bouts. So this is what I'm going to say, George Kambosos. As much as there's a lot of people out there, respect what you have accomplished. Respect what you have around your waist and your shoulders, all the belts that you have. Respect it. This is an era that they don't respect the belts like it used to. It's easy for a champion to get pushed to the side. And George Kambosos, giving Cam benefit of the doubt since Haney and Loma have history of BS. Okay, all right, good looking out. Epic C Magic in the building. What's good, bro? What's good, bro? True, but remember the Kambosos was a mandatory. Now he got to make some decisions. The belt federations will make decisions for him. Now it's time to make a decision like an emperor. Right, Epic C? It's time to make a decision like an emperor. But let me go what I was saying, though. Good looking out, man. Appreciate you, my brother. God bless. Magic in the building. The artist. Let me tell y'all this. Whether you like it or not, there's going to be people out there that's going to disagree with me. I get it. But a champion today is easily pushed aside. There is more money and there is more interest. If you tell me, yo, Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney in America, or Devin Haney versus Kambosos, there's going to be people that be like, yeah, I want to see Kambosos and Devin Haney, but Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia, they've been fighting. They got one of the longest storylines since the amateurs when they fought like 6 or 7 times. Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, Kambosos. Woo! In America, Lomachenko versus Tank. Or Lomachenko versus Kambosos. Let me get Lomachenko and Tank. How about that? Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney and Kambosos. Let me get Ryan and Devin. What I'm saying is you could easily be pushed back even with all the belts. You want to stay in Australia? Hey, you could stay in Australia. Go ahead, fight there, whoever you want. If you fight in Australia, it's going to be like 6 o'clock in the morning. Nobody going to be watching your fight over here. I'm just being real. I'm not saying this the way I think. Again, I'm going to say it again. The primary fight that I want to see in the lightweight division is George Kambosos Jr. versus Devin the Dream Haney. Okay? Say it again. The fight that I want to see in the lightweight division, George Kambosos Jr. versus Devin the Dream Haney. I think if it's not that, I think the politics of WBO will mandate and get the Loma, and Bob Arum pushes his power pin. It's going to be Loma and George Kambosos. But I want to see Haney and Kambosos. I think Political wins, and it will be Loma and Kambosos. But if it was up to Kambosos, I think not him. His team would rather have him fight 15 ranked fighter. Boom. Get your money, get more money, put it in your pocket, great win, celebrate at home, homecoming fight like Earl Spence did with Carlos Ocampo, even though it was a mandatory, but it was manufactured to be like that. Everybody has their little homecoming. J-Rock, when he won his belt, he went to Philly and got but you know, that was supposed to be a homecoming fight versus Jason Rosario, but Jason Rosario, you know what I'm saying? Party pooper. Smash the like button. Slide in the corner, said, who's his mandatory for the IBF? I don't know right now. I think they're not going to do the IBF right now because he was the mandatory in the IBF. So they're not going to give him no IBF mandatory right now because that fight already happened. So the next time that's going to happen is going to be in the fall. Since they fought in the fall, it's going to be in the fall. That's why the first dips in the mandatory is going to be the WBO, which is Lomachenko. But I'm not sure right now. He don't have an IBF Mando right now. The WBC, the number one is Lomachenko, but he's the franchise, so he's not going to be mandated. He's the WBC, Lomachenko's the WBC number one. It was supposed to be this. See, and the Super WBA, man. You remember remember this? Gervonta Tank Davis was supposed to fight the mandatory. Remember, they was changing everything up. They even made that Ugas was have to face his regular champion on the mandatory. Right? The mandatory was Stanionis. The WBA said that whoever wins from Gervonta Tank Davis and Rolly is the mandatory to the Super WBA. Rolly was out. He fought Isaac Cruz. Why didn't the Super WBA stay with that rule? Because if they would have stood with their rule, they already pushed Rolly to the side. They bring Isaac Cruz. Maybe that wasn't mandated, but they supposed to mandate the winner of Rolly and Gervonta Tank Davis, exile Rolly, bringing Isaac Cruz. The winner was supposed to be the mandatory to the Super WBA. So it could have been Gervonta Tank Davis, would have been the mandatory to George Kambosos Jr., but the WBA, I don't know, I thought it was getting better, and then it depending on who is who, right? Yeah, that WBA organization is, but yeah, I thought they was going to mandate the winner, but I guess they was trying to shit on Ugas first, but whatever, man. Again, whatever's in the surface. All these belt federations could do whatever they want to do. This is why people was mad at me when I'm like, hey, yo, yeah, he's undisputed. No, but the other federation don't recognize nobody. They don't recognize each other. They don't recognize the other ranking system. They don't recognize each other. They don't even recognize their own rules. They don't recognize their rules. You feel me? That's why people was catching a heart attack. No, Punch Chunk, he's not undisputed. You're a fucking nut. What I'm saying, y'all. If you the emperor, you got to make a decision. I'm not going to no kingdom waiting for the peasants to set the tone. HLD said you don't have social media divas in other divisions, but only in 135, which is why the belts might not mean as much to them. And it doesn't. You remember, let's not forget, even if we didn't like it, remember when Ryan Garcia beat Luke Campbell, who he called out? He called out Gervonta Tank Davis. Right? We even seen Teofimo Lopez. Remember when he did that IG video and he was like, man, these belts really don't mean nothing. The only one that really means something is the lineal belt. To be the man, you got to beat the man. This is the 1922, 1923 belt. Jam Dempsey, Jack Johnson belt. This is what it is. And I'm just saying, Kambosos, you could easily be pushed aside. If these other guys was doing business with each other, the fans wouldn't even be mad. That's what I'm saying. If tomorrow they say, hey, yo, Lomachenko is contracted to fight, contracted to fight Gervonta Tank Davis. Trust me, That Loma and Kambosos fight, ain't nobody gonna be talking about it. Ain't nobody gonna be feeling bad. If they say Ryan Garcia, I know he's gonna be fighting Tuga, whatever how you pronounce his name. No disrespect. If they would have said Ryan Garcia gonna fight Devin Haney, Lomachenko gonna fight Loma, nobody would give a damn, George Kambosos. That's what I'm telling you. Trust me, over here, nobody would give a damn. The accomplishment means everything. But champions of today holds no weight. Champions today don't hold weight. Accomplishment, resume, great. But it don't bring power. Depending who you are. And maybe depending on the division. You think right now Deontay Wilder needs a title? Think about it. I said this the other day, whether you agree or disagree. I said that Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua is the most lucrative fight in the heavyweight division. And there's no belts. Would you rather, what do you think was going to be more exciting? Tyson Fury or Alexander Usyk, undisputed. Great matchup. I'm going to watch. I paid the pay-per-view $200. Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua. I'm paying for the pay-per-view. The accomplishment is bigger. But this might be more interesting to watch. Don't know, man. We living in today right now that the belts don't bring power. Demetrius Andre can't even bring another champion to unify with him. Jamal Charlo's gonna fight Canelo Alvarez. He's not gonna unify with Triple G or unify with Demetrius Andre. Does it hold any power? People want to see David Benavidez and Canelo Alvarez. He don't got a belt. Shit, people wanted to see that. People rather see David Benavidez and Canelo Alvarez than Caleb Plant and Canelo Alvarez. That would have been more intriguing, right? Without a belt. Belts don't mean what it used to. That's the unfortunate thing, man. It's because some fighters become stars even without accomplishment as others because of fan following. Facts. I hate it when Leonard Ellaby said that Josh Taylor brings nothing to the table. I hate it when he said that. You know why he said that? Because in other words, he was saying that the belts don't mean shit. Floyd Mayweather saying belts don't mean shit. Oscar De La Hoya, when he beat Luke Campbell, and he said that Ryan Garcia is the man. That the champions, that boxing has changed. The champions want Ryan Garcia, rather Ryan Garcia he said the champions need Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia don't need them. So even the legends is identifying that the belts don't mean shit. George Kambosos, you better make a decision, because if these guys make a decision of fighting each other, they'll get more money without the belt. You could easily be forgotten. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it real. If these fights that I just mentioned will come through fruition, was announced today, let's be real. Let me ask the question. If these fights was announced today, Lomachenko versus Tank Davis, Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia, would anybody in the chat be mad? I'm asking the chat. I need help. Would anybody be like, nah, man, that's fucked up, yo. Nah, man, I ain't gonna watch this shit, yo. It gotta be George Kambosos. Don't worry, just ask yes or no. Bless, yes. T, nope. Wilfredo, nap. Talk, no. Bless, nah. Slide encounter, nah. Wait, what happened? Be on the ring with Nonito and Rachel in the building. Everybody subscribe. Everybody subscribe right now. Be on the ring with Nonito and Rachel. Nonito Donen, the champ. Gunning to become undisputed. Gunning for Naoya Inoue. Gunning for Casimero. Gunning for Juan Estrada. gunning for anybody that's willing to step inside the ring with the living, walking legend and Hall of Famer. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. What a weekend. What a weekend. What I was saying is, he said, wait, what happened? The question that I asked was, if Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney and Tank Davis versus Lomachenko was announced today, where anybody will catch a fit and say, but what about George Kambosos? Nah, I don't want to watch these fights. What about George Kambosos? Or nobody, or anybody, or would you be like, shit, I'm gonna watch this fucking Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia fight. I'm gonna watch the Tank Davis and Lomachenko fight, man. Fuck that shit. Only a little people saying yes. Only a little bit of people will have a problem with it. Or you just saying, or you just saying yes because let me be clear here, y'all. When I was talking, when I spoke great about Kambosos last year, when I was talking about Kambosos when he beat Lee Selby, everybody was telling me, who's George Kambosos? When I interviewed George Kambosos, who's George Kambosos? He won't last 2 or 3 rounds with Teofimo Lopez. Ain't nobody was talking about him. I was giving all the props. People was even telling me, hey, yo, you just saying that because you just happy that Teo was going to fight him. Not knowing that he always trained with Manny Pacquiao. And if you know Manny Pacquiao, and Manny Pacquiao said that this is his best sparring partner, anybody that followed Manny Pacquiao know who George Kambosos was. I will absolutely Magic said, I will absolutely not be mad. Who would? So what I'm saying, that nowadays, let's be real, especially in this division, and maybe a lot of division, that the belts is not the all and be all. How you say it? The belts does not bring power. It brings accomplishments. It could get you into the pound for pound. It could get you to the Hall of Fame. But in today's day and age, people are not making decisions solely on being or because you have a belt. People are running away from champions. There's champions that is chasing fights. In this era, there's champions chasing fights instead of people wanting the champion. You know? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I want to see Tank versus Loma. Look at that. Right? And are they fighting for any title? No. Look at 168 and division. They waiting for Canelo. Exactly. In 100 in the middleweight division, are they fighting for really because they want the belts? Charlo and Demetrius Andre could be fighting right now. Nah. Good. That's Shakur Stevenson and Oscar Valdez going to be fighting. Good. The women are doing great. The women are fighting each other. The women are actually setting the tone in terms of you got Jessica Camera that fought Reese, right? For the belt to fight Chantel Cameron to become undisputed. That fight is going to come through fruition. You got Amanda Serrano, Katie Taylor. That's going to come through fruition. You got Savannah Marshall and Clarissa Shields that's talking. They going at one another. We got to see if Marshall going to beat her next opponent, and then we get that fight later on. You got Jessica McCaskill that recently fight Cecilia Breakers. We got Mayer. We got Baumgartner that beat Harper. We got champions. The girls are doing their thing. I say the girls are going to be taking over 2022 just this year. Facts punch. 147 and up needs to do better holding up boxing. Look, I say this. If the champions don't fight the champions, then the names fight the names. And if that happens, it keeps boxing up. It keeps boxing up. It keeps the sport of boxing up. And this is why I'm saying, George Kambosos, don't wait on Devin Haney. How about you send the term? How about you send the sheet? How about your team sends the contract? What you waiting for? Or you just sitting back? Nah, man. You went and scout them. So now you sitting back? No, you said you went out there to scout them. I'm going out there to scout them. And whoever performs the best, I get him next. So what's the holdup now? So what was all that scouting shit that you did? You wasted your time. You should have been, you know what I'm saying? You wasted your time. That was all that. Then that, you know, a lot of people saying that this person is capping. That was capping, in my opinion. What you were scouting for? If I'm going to scout somebody, then I'm going to pick. Then I want to sound this person. Yo, I just scouted you. You know what I'm saying? I think you're good for the team, or I think you're good for the fight. You know what I'm saying? Here's a contract. Or you scouted them and say, hey, I scouted you. Now give me the contract. So if your son is getting recruited or whatever, is getting scouted, the scout is gonna come and say, hey, apply for my school. Oh, you don't like how I play? I like how you play, but apply for my school. And yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'll wait for you and give me an offer. Or the scout goes back and tells his team, I want that guy. I want that player. I want that player. Yeah, let me get him. I scouted him. That's who we want. Why did you scout George Kambosos? Rapstar said Australia keeping those belts at home. Yeah, it's keeping those belts at home. But it's not going to be fighting. You can't make a decision and Australia is closed. So I think that he's using this Australia thing, you know, and prolonging it or using it as these guys haven't given him no type of offer. To be honest, I'm not going to say that Devin Haney is lying. And I ain't going to say Lomachenko. The Kambosos never said anything about the Lomachenko offer. So in his tweets, it doesn't seem like Vasily Lomachenko was lying. Kambosos, the emperor, I'm expecting them to say, yo, I got an offer from George Kambosos. Australia isn't closed, bro. What the fuck? I am going by what George Kambosos stated. Now, before you get on Punch Drunk, I'm not in Australia. This is what George Kambosos said, sir. This is what George Kambosos says, sir. Right? Don't be mad at Punchy. Don't be mad at Punchy. But the boy said, look. Okay. Oh, y'all can't see anyway. But the boy said, I'll go to Jupiter. Newsflash, mate. Australian stadiums are open at full capacity. Full international travel starts next month. So bring all your mates. I have not seen one offer with $1 amount, but you send a contract, ? This is talking about Devin Haney. The zone got no money for you. Ouch. Do you have money for him? You're the emperor. George Kambosos, you're the emperor. Do you have money for Devin Haney? How about that? How about let's reverse the question. If the zone has no money for Devin Haney, do you have money for Devin Haney? You're the emperor. Again, I'm going to say it like this. Just like we criticize fighters when they say they bosses, make boss move. You got the money. You are an emperor. I never met a broke emperor in my life. So do you have the money for the Devin Haney fight? Do you have the network for the Devin Haney fight? Do you have the site fee for the Devin Haney fight? Do you have the site fee for Lomachenko? Do you have the money for Lomachenko? You're the emperor. I never met an emperor asking the peasants for money. Haney not a draw, but the emperor is in Australia. It's easy. It's easy. It's easy. I know. There's people out there, but Devin Haney this and Devin Haney that. Nah, I think that's I'm aware down to that. Nah, let's look at the other side. Let's look at what they saying. The zone don't got no money for you. We know that Devin Haney, the zone been having money for Devin Haney. That's just the facts. We know that. We know that. We know that Devin Haney was getting more money than Ryan. That's getting more money than Tang. That was getting more money than T.O. That's getting more money than George Kambosos. So he says the zone got no money for you. Okay. Did Devin Haney scout you, or did you scout Devin Haney? Did Devin Haney scout you, or did George Kambosos scouted Devin Haney? You ain't even go to the Lomachenko fight. How about this? It's like I said earlier about the Australia stuff, right? It's like I said earlier about the Australia stuff. I'm not saying Kambosos can't win against Haney, but they're lying about Australia saying it's not open. The real question, can Kambosos sell out a stadium? The answer is no, because he ain't Manny. So why he's talking about a stadium that is not open? Why he's asking for them, for the zone that has no money for Devin Haney, when we all know that the zone been having money for Devin Haney? Whether people say, oh man, how is he getting more money than these person? We know that the zone have money for Devin Haney. We know that. Does the zone have money for George Kambosos? Because who's the network of George Kambosos again? Is he with ESPN? He's with the zone. Is he with Fox? Is he with, who's his network deal? So you need Devin Haney to bring in the network, to buy the site fee. So you need Devin Haney, the guy that's below the emperor, to do all the work. That don't make sense to me. Emperor has a champion, not a promoter. This is business. There's not enough money in the pot to pay both fighters top money. This is not a $12 million fight. Punch keeping it real in this piece. TO 2.0 million making. Let's not forget. A lot of people critique Teofimo Lopez with the Triller deal. Oh shit, T.O. can't sell. T.O. can't sell. With the Triller. Let's not forget again that the Triller deal was all the mastermind of that Triller situation was Peter Khan, the manager of George Kambosos. And if I'm lying, anybody that's listening right now from the Kambosos camp, please, I will send you the link. Just DM me. I'm not too far. I had an interview with y'all. If I'm lying, then welcome to the show. So it has happened last year that a plan was to fight in Australia. It closed down, fucked up a lot of plans, and it fucked up a lot of money. So this situation wouldn't be different when there's no uncertainties about Australia. What did we say when we heard that? Oh, Teofimo Lopez in August. What was it? August? That he don't want to go out there in Australia because he has his wife is pregnant and things of that nature, and he's not going to go far away and miss the birth of his child. Something like that, right? Something like that. And what did we say? I even said, you're a world champion. You got to fight all over the world. You're a world champion. George Kambosos, you're a world champion. Good that you have fought, that you came to America and you got the belt from Teofimo Lopez. But guess what? There's a lot of champions across the pond. Don't make it seem like this is something that never happens. Manny Pacquiao made his living and his accomplishment away from home. Triple G away from home. Earl Spence went to the UK to become a champion versus Kell Brook. Boo Andre went to Germany to become a champion. Tyson Fury came to America to become a champion. Sorry, it happens in the sport of boxing. You know why it happens in the sport of boxing? Because it's a world sport. That's why. Jamel Herring went over there to fight Carl Frampton. It happens. It's a world sport. It's a world sport. Don't act like an Australian champion. Act like a world champion. You will say he's the Mecca. Haney looking weight drained. The long he wait. Maybe that too. I just want to keep it. I just want to keep it consistent in all. The Devin Haney side. I think in this channel we've spoken enough about. Oh, Devin Haney got to do this. DHP got to do this. DHP got to do that. Yeah, I could say I could say that. Oh, DHP. What we said? I said it like what 3 weeks ago. Yo, Devin Haney got to go out there in Australia and live out there. But then let's be real. Ain't nothing certain in Australia. There's no certainties in Australia. Let's be real. This was gonna happen, folks. George Kambosos gonna face Danny Medina in the building. What's good? George Kambosos is gonna face top 10, top 15 lightweight. That's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. Yep. Boxing is answer. I don't know why Kambosos is acting like he's known here in Australia. He ain't selling out anything fighting the US. Yo, Tuli, you from Australia? Because you're saying here, so you an Australian and you're like, nah, he ain't gonna sell out here. The Loma deal is on the T. Maxi, yo, I said that. Tycho TV. Yo, what's good, Tycho TV? You know, I said that, right? Maxi Hughes versus Kambosos in Australia. I said that shit. That's the fight that I said it. Was it like several weeks ago? Watch. I said it at Rap Star too. I said, yo, you watch, it's gonna be Maxi Hughes versus George Kambosos. Shout out to Maxi Hughes too. Shout out to the wife and kids. I know that she had a C-section. Hopefully she recovered well, Maxi Hughes. And God bless you and your newborn. Yes, so we understand. Yep, I think so. I'm not gonna be surprised at all, bro. I'm not gonna be surprised at all. His top 15 fight, and I was checking Maxi Hughes, like where Maxi Hughes in the rankings. If he lands in the top 15 somewhere, look. Maxi Hughes was not in the top 15 last month, but I haven't checked since last month. But let me check again. If Maxi Hughes moved up without fighting, and he's in the top 15 somewhere, watch. Let me see. If he's in the top 15, that's going to be the fight. Let's go. Boom. All right. And what the fuck? No. All right, George Kambosos. All right. Let's go to the top 15. IBF. Maxi Hughes is number 12. Oh yeah. Maxi Hughes in the WBC. He's not here. He's not top. He's over. Okay. Oh, he just dropped out. He just dropped out this month. Okay. He just dropped out this month. In the WBA, Maxi Hughes is not. All right. So then, since he was a mandatory in the IBF, he get a voluntary through the IBF. Maxi Hughes, right there. He's top 15. He'll get a voluntary from the IBF. He was already a mandatory, so nobody in the IBF is going to mandate him. Look, in the IBF, number 1 and number 2 is no number 1 and number 2. Lemos, Lee Selby, already be Lee Selby. Richard Comey is number 5. Yeah, he'll get a voluntary from the IBF. He'll get a voluntary in the IBF, just like, put it this way, but whoever orders it first. Well, he could get the IBF voluntary if the WBO has an order. So this is what I think he's going to do. He's going to fight the voluntary in the IBF, and the IBF probably work with the zone. MTK. I think Larry. I said Larry Hughes. Maxi Hughes is what MTK. You get that fight right quick, then they'll give you a 90 days to fight somebody else, right? If they want to fight their mandatory or whatever. If he's go through the IBF route. He said Maxie Hughes versus Kambosos. What I'm saying is though, you know, people do get their homecoming fights. That's what I think is gonna happen. I don't think it's a big fight gonna happen. I think that I said a long time ago, bro. This is why people thought I was hating, bro. That's that, and it ticked me off, bro. People thought I was hating. I said, yo, man. I said Devin Haney's not in power position, bro. He's not in power position because he got that belt. That's why I said throwing in the garbage. But you know, it is what it is. They're getting money with that belt. And I also said, I ain't gonna contradict myself. I said, man, rape the game before it rapes you. So take advantage. You know, it is what it is. Now let's talk a little bit about this weekend. Let's talk about a little bit about this weekend. Keith on Tom Thurman, Mario Barrios. A lot of people out there was butthurt. A lot of people out there was crying. A lot of people out there was bitching. Yo, I ain't gonna watch that pay-per-view. That fight ain't shit. I ain't gonna watch the fight. I ain't gonna pay for the pay-per-view. And I said, watch when fight night comes. Everybody gonna be watching the fight. Everybody gonna be watching it. All the content creator hosts, they're gonna be hosting the fight. Watch. And what did we see? Everybody did live commentary. Everybody was into the fight. And everybody saw the fight. Everybody was commenting on the fight. Yes. I told y'all asses that y'all gonna be watching Keith on Tom Thurman versus Mario Barrios. He cappers. I told you there's a bunch of cappers. I ain't gonna watch the fight. You watch the fight. Now, a lot of people talking about the performances. Of course, there's gonna be. I'm gonna say this. I ain't talked about it real. People gonna be talking about this performance, but comparing it to Gervonta Tank Davis. If you just gonna see that performance and just think about Gervonta Tank Davis, he knocked him out. So you know what I'm saying? So Keith Thurman didn't knock him out. So I don't know what's happening with Keith on Tom Thurman. If you've seen it from a trainer and you've seen it from a technical side of things as a boxing mind, if you're a trainer, you happy that he won 12 rounds. Keith on Tom Thurman showed a lot of movement, which is good, having that type of layoff. I thought that he was going to look stiff because when I was watching him in the past, I said, damn, Keith Thurman look a little bit stiff on the legs, right? Pause. But he moved well for 12 rounds. He made the adjustments after he did get a little bit tired, like at the 8th and the 9th round, and then he adjusted in the championship rounds, and he was moving good. For a guy that been out that long, movement, he would be more, he'd be more, stationary, just like how Muhammad Ali was when his legs wasn't the same. Like a lot of athletes, their legs aren't the same. But Keith on Tom Thurman legs was elite, was very elite. He was moving real good, and that's one thing that Bomac, the trainer of Terrence Bud Crawford, said. Why is Keith Thurman, when he said Keith Thurman is a harder challenging fight than Errol Spence? He said because of his awkwardness and because of his movement. So the movement of Keith Thurman is still there. Now, people are questioning the power because they're comparing what Gervonta Tank Davis did to Mario Barrios, right? Now, we saw the face of Mario Barrios, so the power is there. Is the knockout one time is there? It hasn't been there since 2013. So I don't know what's this. I don't know where his power's gone. We in 2022. The last time he got a knockout like that was 2013, folks. 2013. It's almost going to be a decade. So if y'all still stuck on this one time, I think people are analyzing Keith on Tom Thurman with his nickname. Oh, one time. Oh, he can't knock on nobody. Oh, he can knock. Man, I heard that shit in 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018. He didn't fight in 2018. That's it. But he got enough power to keep you honest, enough power to hurt you. He's hurt every opponent. Has he knocked out every opponent? No, he's hurt Manny Pacquiao on the 11th round. When he pushed him to the rope, he hurt Josecito Lopez. He hurt Sean Porter. He's hurt Mario Barrios. He's hurt Danny Garcia. He's hurt every opponent that he's ever faced. Leonard Bundu. He's hurt these opponents. He hurt Guerrero. He's hurt all these opponents. So that his power is legit. And even though that he didn't knock out people, even his opponents, when it's time to compare his opponents to the likes of Errol Spence, they all said that he got more power than Errol Spence. So his power is there, his movement is there, but he had a 30-month layoff. So for me, what do I feel about his performance? I think it was a good above good performance. Is a great performance. I'm not gonna say great performance because I already seen Keith Thurman with the likes of how he handled the Sean Porters and Dennis Garcia, right? But it's a good performance, a great performance because of the layoff. The great performance, you're not gonna give him the great performance because it was Mario Barrios, and the last time we saw Mario Barrios was losing to Gervonta Tank Davis, the smaller guy that knocked him out. That's the reason you're not going to give Keith Thurman the full credit because you're stuck on the Gervonta Tank Davis performance with Mario Barrios. Now, also the difference is, yes, Gervonta Tank Davis got the knockout, but Mario Barrios was outboxing Gervonta Tank Davis. Keith Thurman was outboxing and hurting Mario Barrios. Give a lot of kudos to Mario Barrios for standing there. Give a lot of kudos to Mario Barrios and his team for accepting this fight, because after that loss, teams normally let's get an easier opponent. Let's get him back in the winning column and things of that nature. But Mario Barrios said yes. Keith Thurman could have fought Abel Ramos, but Abel Ramos ain't looked good yesterday anyway. But it is what it is. It was supposed to be some type of tune-up, right? So he could get back into contentions. So after 30 months layoff, his power was intact. His reflex was great, in my opinion. His reflex, he did get hurt a little bit. A lot of people saying it was the body. He said it was the body. Keith Thurman said that my body is weak. You know what I'm saying? There's something real wrong. So he's accepted. But like I said for years, is he weak to the body? I think a man could sustain being hurt. He does a great job and not to get hit in the body again. You're only going to get that one chance, that one-time chance to get Keith Thurman to the body. He don't fall. I come from an era where people rise back, when people get knocked down and come right back up and fight. I don't come from this perfect era that when you get chin check, oh, he's exposed. Yo, he get dropped. Oh, he's exposed. I don't come from that era. I come from the Tito Trinidad era. When he would get dropped and his father would smack him back up, and yo, go get him, and then he ends it with a left hook. I seen Oscar De La Hoya get dropped. Keith Thurman got dropped, I think, in his second or third fight in his career, non-televised. I see Keith Thurman. I see he is vulnerable, but you know what I also know about Keith Thurman? That he could sustain being hurt. He rise to the occasion. He's a warrior. He laid down for nobody, and every time he does get hurt, he comes back the next round and wins the next round. That's what I know of Keith Thurman. Vulnerability, it is what it is. We know where he's vulnerable at. But who has stopped him? Nobody. But I've been telling y'all folks this. In the welterweight division, the most lucrative fight in the welterweight division in the PBC banner is Keith Thurman and Errol Spence. Now, Terrence Bud Crawford needs to do what Manny Pacquiao and Canelo Alvarez did. You got to go across the street. You got to knock the door to Mr. Al. Mr. Al, what it's going to take for me to get in the ring with these welterweights? You know, last time I got there with Sean Porter, that was mandatory. We had to be on we was going to go on a purse bid. We made a deal. Manny Pacquiao, one of the best welterweights. Manny Pacquiao wanted the best welterweight, and what did Manny Pacquiao did? Signed a 3-fight deal. He got what he wanted. He got Keith Thurman. He got a title shot. And he was about to get Errol Spence too. But Errol Spence got injured and things of that nature and got the Ugas fight. But he was going to get Errol Spence too. So Bud Crawford, make that deal. Because the PBC ain't going to be like, oh, you're going to come here. You think that Al Heyman is going to put Terrence Bud Crawford and Errol Spence, and he got a marquee name in Keith Thurman. Let's say Bud Crawford, and I'm just saying, let's say Bud Crawford beats Errol Spence. He takes all the belts. What's the belts? It's also power, especially in the welterweight division. I don't want to contradict myself about belts saying power, but in the welterweight division, since we want to see Errol Spence and Bud Crawford, they got the belts. It is accomplishment. It's marquee names at the same time. It's relevancy. Everything is on the pot. But Keith Thurman is a marquee name as well. So why PBC? And I'm saying PBC, whether you like it or not, this is the business of boxing. You think they're going to leave Keith Thurman out? No, he's going to put Errol Spence, that was it was marinated longer than the Bud Crawford fight. Errol Spence, Keith Thurman, and then the winner would still be a PBC fighter facing the likes of Terrence Bud Crawford. It is what it is. Terrence Bud Crawford is not going to get the fight next. Terrence Bud Crawford is not going to get an Errol Spence fight next. And it's not because Errol Spence don't want the fight. It's not because of that. It's because of the business of boxing. Whether we like it or not, again, the fans do not dictate the fight. See, I don't be frustrated because I already understand. I already understand what's going on. So I'm not frustrated. That's why I don't be like, oh, yo, I want to see this fight. It is what it is. I've been saying it's not going to be it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen no time soon. It ain't going to happen 2022, maybe 2023. Again, they're going to keep it in-house. They're going to make sure that the undisputed will be a PBC fighter versus Terrence Bud Crawford. But if I was Terrence Bud Crawford, I start talking to Al now. Let me get one of these fighters now. Maybe let me get a Danny Garcia fight. Let me get a Danny Garcia. That's still a good fight. And that's a marinated fight. Matter of fact, a Danny Garcia versus Terrence Bud Crawford is they got history in the amateurs. This is good. I'm telling you right now that Keith Thurman did win. It just makes it more interesting. We still got the phenom in the sport of boxing. We got Boots Ennis that's in precision and Virgil Ortiz. You know what I like about this? That they're going to be forced to fight now. So fans do not be frustrated because if they don't fight now, the belt federations are going to pressure these fights. That's what I was telling this guy Rick the other day. Oh, Errol Spence and Bud Crawford don't fight? Okay. Then the IBF, what's the mandatory for the IBF? Boots Ennis. He'll be that. What about the WBC? Virgil Ortiz. And the WBO, Virgil Ortiz. So in the end of the day, they trapped. Either you fight each other or the young or the young hungry lions are coming in. That's what it is. And I'm happy for that. Either y'all fight now or we gonna mandate these fights. Now, forget about now it's time for the fans. Don't put the pressure on the promoter. Don't put pressure on PBC. Don't put pressure on whoever Terrence Bud Crawford gonna be working with. Now it's time for let's see if these belt federation goes with their rules and mandates these fights. Let's not forget that Errol Spence has not been mandated since Carlos Ocampo 2018. It's going to be 4 years since this man has been mandated. Mandate him. Boots Ennis, mandate the IBF. Let the IBF mandate Boots Ennis and Errol Spence. How much you want to bet they will make their fight? How much you want to bet that Errol Spence will fight Keith Thurman? Errol Spence will fight Terrence Bud Crawford before he gets to fight Boots Ennis because the pressure of the IBF and the WBC. He's going to get the pressure. Maybe that's a good fight too. Maybe he'll take that fight. Maybe he won't. But the pressure is going to be there. You know who's putting up the pressure? Virgil Ortiz and Boots Ennis. Now is the pressure for these guys to fight or get the hell out or go to 154. My fault. I wasn't even looking. My bad. Yeah, this is the ever difference. So many fighters scared to lose that. Because boxing fans throw them to the curb when they aren't undefeated anymore. Crawford is very multitask. Yeah, it's crazy because only a few fighters retire undefeated. You're forgetting Ugas. No, but even I'm not forgetting Ugas. Let's say if Ugas win. If Ugas win, it's still a PBC fighter. If Ugas beats Errol Spence, then it's gonna be Errol Spence versus Keith, and then it's gonna be Ugas. If Ugas beats Errol Spence, it's gonna be Ugas versus Keith Thurman. He's out. PBC is just not going to let Bud Crawford. That's not what PBC going to come and then leave the belts. It's almost like the 165-pound division. This is why Caleb Plant was the last man. That's why they said no before the Callum Smith fight. That's why they said no before all these Yildirim fights. They said no, we're going to be the last guy. You're going to have to come to us. This is the last. So if Ugas beats Errol Spence, it's going to be Thurman and Ugas. And the winner of that, then you let Bud Crawford in. And then if he takes the belt, he takes the belts. Because Boots and Virgil's not with them. You understand what I'm trying to say? That's just it's going to happen that way, in my opinion. Halim, what's good, man? Yeah, Ugas, if he beats Errol Spence, will fight Thurman next. I know a lot of people don't like that, but it is what it is. I think that Terrence Bud Crawford, man, he just got to, maybe he need to go out there. Easter Jr. needs a shutout. Of course, man. Shout out to Robert Easter Jr., man. Earlier I put it up. I put a video up. Shout out to Robert Easter Jr., man. He got they was trying to rob him. Reports saying 3 individuals tried to rob Robert Easter Jr. Got shot. Cincinnati Hospital out there, had surgery. He's gonna survive, and I'm happy for that, man. Let's keep these modern day wars and gladiators and on prayers, man. It's wicked out here. It's wicked out here, man. It's sad that you make it out the slums and then you go back in the slums and probably show love and things of that nation. Then the people in the slums is trying to take you out. It always happens like that. That's whack. It's always your own that hates you. Now, I'm not gonna say I know who it was. You know what I'm saying? We don't know who it was. It could have been anybody, but if it happened in his hometown, that's weak, right? Trying to go back in your community, you know what I'm saying? Be a symbol of success out there for the young, for the youth, and then they trying to take you out at the same time. That's whack, man. It's happening a lot to athletes, basketball players. It happens a lot. Your own people always trying to take you out. You know, it's always like that. It's always like that. Always like that. Your own people try to take you out. That shit is whack. I don't know why. Knowing that it's hard to make it out from where we were born and raised, and then the people that hate you is your own people. That's why you hear people, man, I can't wait to leave the hood. I can't wait to leave the hood, man. Yeah, man. You love the hood, but then you hate at the same time. And for the people out there, I'm gonna say like this, man. I'm not gonna say that you go, you can't look good, jewelry and card, but when people make it out the hood, you gotta understand. You also gotta understand that what you made it out from, the hood. You know what I'm saying? The gold, the cars. Yeah, it could be motivation, but then there's a tease. You're gonna always have haters. You're gonna have supporters. You just gotta walk. When you back in the hood, you gotta be humble. You gotta be humble because these are humbling beginnings. Your own stab you in the back. That's true. Yeah, yeah, of course, Aleem. You know how it is. It happens over here in the YTBC too. You feel me, Aleem? It happens to me in the YTBC. It's only my people that go against me. Same shit, same motherfuckers that be like, hey, yo, we cool punch. Yeah, the support. There's the same motherfuckers that stab me in the back too. Just like it, YTBC is the hood. The YTBC is just like the hood too. You know what I'm saying? But yo, tomorrow. Hey, yo, check it out, man. I put a couple of videos up. It was a great weekend. Shout out to everybody, man. I met out there, man. Shout out to Nonito Donaire, Rachel Donaire. Shout out to Nonito Donaire. Y'all saw he was about to fight with Sean Gibbons out there. Y'all saw that shit? Sean Gibbons, Manny Pacquiao, president or manager, whatever he is with Manny Pacquiao. I don't know. There's some license thing going on over there. I don't know. But Sean Gibbons, gonna be fight. They was gonna fist fight with Nonito Donaire. Nonito Donaire put his glove up and stuff like that. They was about to throw down. If y'all ain't catch it, go check out the YouTube video. Beyond the Ring with Nonito and Rachel Donaire. Go check it out. Subscribe to the channel. He was gonna be fighting Sean Gibbons from Manny Pacquiao's promotion, the president or whatever his title is over there. Nonito Donaire was going to throw down. Nonito Donaire got a lot of ghetto in him, man. He didn't give a damn who was around. That dude is with Pacquiao. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's unfortunate, but when you make it, you can't go to the hood. Your own people will set you up. Facts, man. A lot of jealousy, a lot of enviness. A lot of jealousy, a lot of hate, a lot of enviness. And then when there's a lot of jealousy, a lot of enviness, and then you're going out there probably with your chain and the Lamborghini and stuff like that, they look at you like, man, this motherfucker, watch me. I'm going to get this dude right here. That's the hood, man. What happened to Nipsey? You know what I'm saying? What happened to Paul Pierce? Got stabbed up. Marbury, they tried to rob him in Coney Island. Feel me? Coney Island. The fucking king of Coney Island, they trying to take him out over there. It's Adrian Broner got his car. Remember, he went in Ohio. His car got shot up. It's whack, bro. It's whack. The Punch, thanks for the real talk, man. Pink, blue versus Punch. I'm voting for you. Hit the bottom. Hit the like. I'm sorry. Hit the like button, man. Good looking out, bro. Appreciate you, my brother. Benjamin Smith. These are people who are scum to the fighters and think it's okay to smile in person. Happened to Julio Cesar Chavez in Mexico. It happened to him over there. It's crazy, yo. It's crazy, man. Because you're trying to go back into the community and you're trying to show love, but then that love turns to hate, bro. That love is also fake love too. A lot of fake love, man. You don't know who to trust, man. Out here, you don't know who to trust. The more success, this is why famous people date famous people. This is why rich people date. This is why you see these couples, even the odd couples, but they got money. I rather these Hollywood stars marry another Hollywood star. They don't know who to trust, man. That's bad. Like it's a sacrifice to make it to the top. Because what you lose is real friends. You lose people that you lose. You don't trust nobody. You lose real friends. You don't know what they want from you. You don't know who they approach. You don't know who's the leashes. You don't know. You got to hire an accountant for an accountant. You got to hire. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. That's why to me, success is never like rich. Success to me is having a great and building my relationship with God, because this world is not forever. You know what I'm saying? It's not forever. A lot of people gonna try to bring you down. A lot of people gonna try to bring you down, man. Even in the YT, even around here in the YTBC, you can see over here. There's so many people trying to bring other people down. So many people trying to bring other people down out here because they see success. You know what I'm saying? There's people out there that they be on phoning each other, emailing each other. Yo, Punch. Yo, don't donate to that dude, man. I know you showing love to my channel. Yo, don't donate to that, man. Don't send him no damn super chat. Don't support him and shit like that. He's whack, yo. Don't do that. How many people are doing that behind the scenes, bro? You know what's funny? A lot of these people are like 50 years old, man, in their 40s, 50s. Hate. I started off like with two followers watching a live stream. You know what I'm saying? Do a video. My video was doing like 10 views, 5 views. You work hard. I work hard. You know what I'm saying? Put videos out, put content out. Now I'm one of those guys where you can make a video of and try to shit on and gain some views. I'm one of those guys in the YTBC now. But it's also a testament that, damn, you could talk shit about me and I could be your best views. Then hey, man, God bless. The subscribers all in the middle. Is it true? Damn, he supports him and I support Punch. Damn, who's really Punches? Fuck him. Or fuck him then. Fuck him. You know what I'm saying? Pocket watching motherfuckers out here too. Vernon Forrest, who beat Mosley and lost to Mayorga, was killed in some of the incident. Punch, do you think they will blackball Adrian Broner now? I want to have a separate live. I probably want to do the live tomorrow on that one. I don't know, man. I think there's a lot of frustration going on Adrian Broner, man. It got to go both ways. Adrian Broner, you're not the same fighter, man. You're not the same fighter you was. And you're not the same fighter you was, and you're not taking boxing serious. I don't think you're not taking yourself serious and boxing serious. So, what do you want? These guys to just pull more money out their ass for you? I don't think it's gonna happen, man. Boxing is an unforgiving sport. Boxing is an unforgiving sport in the ring and out the ring. And I think a guy like Floyd Mayweather has been preaching that with the people around him, with the Adrian Broners of the world. You had a mentor right there. You had Floyd Mayweather, a mentor. You was calling him Big Bro. You should have been doing what Big Bro was doing. You shouldn't have been drinking. You shouldn't have been doing that. That's one thing that Floyd Mayweather, we all know that he don't do his drink. And you got drinking, alcohol. And I pray for you, my brother. I pray that you're doing good for your family, for your kids and things of that nature. But man, there's people that, you can make mistakes in life, but when you're close to people that can make the mistakes for you, there's a lot of symbols out there. In boxing, we got Mike Tyson. There's a symbol out there what to do and not to do. Floyd Mayweather, he's a symbol of what to do in the business of boxing to succeed. And people just run away, just go away from it. Just go away from it. Muhammad Ali gave the blueprint to become a people's champion. Manny Pacquiao was given the blueprint. So the people in the Philippines, he gave him the blueprint. Follow the blueprint, but make it your own and things. I'm not saying be Manny Pacquiao, but understand, you know what I'm saying? There's people that go through mistakes, that go through substance abuse, that's going through this and going through that. So the future don't go through what they go through. There's a lot of people that's been taken advantage of in the sport of boxing. And then they preach how not to take advantage of the sport of boxing. And you learn from that. You can't make the same mistake that the man did, that another dude did, where he told you, yo, look out for this, look out for that, look out for this, get with this person and watch your money, watch this, don't drink, stay in shape, bang, bang. You know? Again, boxing is an unforgiving sport. But yo, tomorrow again, 8 p.m. Eastern time, tune in, subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, check out the new upcoming videos. Love y'all. God bless, and on to the next.